That's Kansas in August. Okay, guys, let's see what we got here. You already know what it is. Let's do it this way anyhow. Well, let's try that again. Okay. Alright, this is what we're going to do today. We have, ooh, big rain. Alright, it's about time. This is what we got here. Don't put the bag over your head. Don't suck on the plastic and all that stuff. There we go. A 36-inch throttle cable. And this is going to be, yeah, y'all can watch the rain and the flying saucer and all that stuff. Okay, well, here we go here. It's a little lighter weight than I thought it was going to be. But I'm going to try to do this like I did on Daphne. It's funny because the Daphne cable was only 2 feet. And the one here is needs to be 3 feet, needs to be longer. So I'm not sure yet, but it could be that we have to change sides on this. I don't know if that's true or not, but you know, we'll see. I think light as a feather. It don't have to be much. We'll see. It's got a little cock to it there, so you can tell that it's a little bit off center. It does have this nice spring in it and everything. Well, let me get my Lord only knows what size a hex key is anymore. I heard people say that just today they were doing something that neither metric nor standard fit it. Oh, come on. But that might be true. Yeah. All right, well, that's going to be okay, I think. That'll go to the bulkhead. And I got to think about this thing. Let me get all this stuff apart and look at it. Well, it didn't last long, but it was something. Oh, 0.09 inches in no time. Cool. Well, I stand corrected. They actually have the wrench in there. How nice of them. And there's actually a little one in the cable too. So, all right. Okay. Well, I don't have a dealer. The only qualified mechanic I know is me. So I guess I'll address myself. Hello, self. As I thought, you can move this thing around in any number of configurations. See, it's backwards from what it was. So yeah, I might need this on this side. I don't know yet. I haven't even looked up under the car. I've got to get the old stuff out, which is going to be, I think, one of the harder things that I do. But yeah, you can go on either side, do whatever you want, and I don't care what that thing does on tilting. It doesn't matter to me. So don't think I'd take that out of there. Guess you could if you felt like it. Move it around, do something with it, but I don't see that being a problem. So what? It's a little tilted, you know. You have your foot over it, you won't see it, you know. All right, well that eases my mind, and I'm loving the cable. I think we're going to be okay and be better, and we're going to lose all of my homemade. There goes my easy start turning off. That's what that click noise was. I also think that that's going to fit on the Weber 2-barrel down there. That linkage there. And it does have adjustment on both ends, which is nice. And so, you know, you probably just do just about infinitely on anything. And I got to tell you, I thought there for a while I couldn't get anything but a 2-foot cable. But you can. So you saw the part number. All right, now I know. Now I feel better. All right, let's... this is the original... like from the factory carburetor. It came on the Spitfire, your old CD Zenith Stromberg, boy Zenith, and all of those companies really just went across the universe, didn't they? So the only reason I'm bringing this out to you, seems like I'm putting you down here, Flying Saucer is not flying today, was because I wanted you to see the original throttle linkage. there's your input side, and there's all that funky throttle linkage somebody been hacked on. Yeah, this thing's long since gone. This thing has the big rubberish phenolic diaphragm underneath this dome. If you shoot carburetor cleaner down this thing, it'll destroy that. So boy, that's what a mess. So there's your throttle linkage on this one. Now Weber's different, and I'll take you down to the Weber here in a minute. But our main thrust here, this is a pretty good book. The only thing is, it's kind of too physically small. But it's a good book. I go to that one usually first. This is your classic Haynes. What the press say? They don't say that anymore on the back of these. This one's pretty old. I don't know how old this one is. But Haynes, boy, I sit and read that all night. So there's your later linkages. This is kind of hard for most people to sort of mess with. But there's a left hand and a right hand side. See, there's the right hand pedal. And it's pretty simple because cars are designed to be right-hand drive. And this is your earlier ones, I think like mine. And this is the left-hand one. So there's your throttle pedal number 3. So all of this got to come out. So forget about this stuff down here. Okay, just we're only talking up here. And all of this has been changed. Not all of it, but this side of it, because I had put a Weber on it. And it's a true 2-barrel, if you didn't know that already. So I've got to try to find a way to get this rod out of here. So the problem is the rod goes across the gearbox tunnel, the transmission tunnel, and sometimes that can be a little tricky to get out of there. We'll see. Am I in the mood to cut it? Don't think so, but if I have to, I will, because you're not taking the motor out to put. So if you want to put these number 5 bushings in these and TR4s and whatnot, if you have a left-hand drive car, which most of them are, it's really easier to take the motor out of the car to do those little dollar bushings. But we're not going to worry about all that. If I have to cut this, I will. It's so useless at this point. And I'm going to try to remember to see how much play is in this. It's pretty sloppy. A lot like Daphne was, the old 57 GMC, and this cable system just takes up page 114. Takes up a lot of that mess. Now the funny thing is, when I got this car, it was 90. They don't fall all the way down. I sandblasted this. I just kind of make it a pretty piece. When I got this car, it started and ran pretty good. Drove it in the backyard. Not this backyard, but a backyard that was big. And look at this, it still has the little sticker on it, emission control system. Yeah. Alright, well there that is. And I keep it in the kitchen. Oh, lots of mess down here. I'm going to pull this line off, and we're going to take all of this arrangement here off in this cable and try to get in there. And I'll get that out of there, that crossover bar, which is this thing right here. And we're going to try to get that out of there. Looks to me like I'm going to be doing some cutting. And I don't think there's enough room there to do this. So let's just start taking apart, see what I see. Alright, so with the fuel line out of the way, you can see all this mess I had to do. Wow. So it's all of this. It's this cable going to there. With all that array I had, I got to fix that spring situation back there somehow. And or update it or upgrade it. That piece of clothes washer line you see right there is just a vent going up to there. It's no big thing. So there's that crazy pin. Oh my gosh. Well, all this has to go. So this is original equipment here. You can see how all that was working, and you can see how it pulls on that, but it doesn't return real good, does it? We're going to fix all that. Wow. Okay, well let's get started and see what I run into. I can't get these bolts out. Maybe I don't want to take them out and just leave them there. I don't want to take the battery out. And we'll see how it goes. All right. Well, I've got a pretty good start on it. I've got the cable here. And let's take a look at that end. That's a nice end. And I don't know, boy, I just had to do what I had to do here. But I'm getting ready to take this out. And how I thought of that, I don't know, or how I got that little split pin back there. Wow, I amaze myself sometimes. But, you know, sometimes necessity is amazing. So, let's see what I can do. Get that out of there. But that's going to hook up so much better, that new end. It's just going to be just better like crazy. My only thing here now is getting a spring somehow, somewhere on this thing. We'll see how that goes. Well, worry about that when we get there. I got a couple of springs down here. Let's see, that spring there, there's the 2 springs I got to work with. I got a whole drawer of them back there, but we'll see what we can do. Let's not mess up our new wheels. Alright, let's keep taking off. Looking better by the minute, looking cleaner. And even if you take your fuel line off to get it out of the way and such, go ahead and put a plug in it like that. Isn't that right, Mick? Alright, always put a plug in that thing, because it will drain through. So, like I say, my gas tank's high, so I got to keep that in mind. I'll hook that up before I go back in. Alright, there's a little tiny split pin. I'm probably going to lose a couple of these washers, but I got more. So I've got my curly. Oh, my hair is curly. Oh, my teeth are pearly. So there you go. I got these curvy hemostats here. And I think I'm going to be able to reach in there. That's what I think anyway. Look at that. Got it. You can't see it, but I got it. There you go. You can see it now. So there you go. There's that little tiny thing. We'll put it right there. Look at it magnetized. Stop it. Okay. Curly hemostats come into play. And then we'll slip these tiger by the tail. It's plain to see. Okay, so there's all that stuff here. I'm going to put all that back together. Get my foot out of there. Alright, and then we'll put it on the pile down here. Okay, so I've got this big bracket here ready to go out that I apparently made. Obviously I made. Nice piece of steel there. So I might go 3 miles an hour faster in this thing, simply because I'm taking all this weight out of it. I gotta make a note about this thing having one of those kick-out circuit breaker things. Might put a better circuit breaker in there other than that one. One that kind of refires on itself. Do I have any of those? See if I got one of those. Give me something to do and go get a cool drink. Alright, the pile's growing over there. I don't remember this bracket at all, but I do remember when I did this I was stunned that it worked. I'm sure that you are too. Oh, let's see if I can figure a way to get that out of there. How about if you just let it cock around like that? Well, had my mind somewhere. My heart was in the right place. Okay, let's get this stuff out of here. Oh, well, that's easy enough. Alright, let's see here. Part of the original bracketation. Yeah, be sure and disconnect your battery because you're dealing with fuel lines and all this electrical stuff. So I've got, I'm going to see where this earth strap, it goes here. See, I cleaned that up under there. It's kind of hard to tell. So that's pretty good. That's a good earth strap. Better than a lot I've seen, huh? And so now we're moving along to this area. And that's the bar. That's Katie. There's that bushing right there. That you, that bushing is right here. Okay, bushing right there. And those aren't bad. Those are pretty good shape. I was kind of surprised by that. So what am I going to do? There's not enough room to pull that whole thing in around over there. Let me go over there and look and see. Get my big gunboats out of there. One of my favorite Beatles songs. And Things we said today. Okay. Let's see. There, it goes way over here. Now see, there's the other bushing right there. That bar. It's Katie Bar. The door. Oh, look at that. I found a loose wire there. Say, that's a nice little wire. Okay. I do so much electrical stuff. You find stuff like that sometime. So I think that now I'm going to have to break this up. This is going to wait. Ooh. Speaking of broken up, but I ain't too concerned about that because I'll never get the top up on it as long as that SCCA roll bar's in there. Well, what are we going to do, gang? I think that we are going to have to just cut. That's about all I can think to do. What a terrible job. Let me go inside and look up under there and see what's under there. Okay, I looked over there on the passenger side, the right side, and you can forget about seeing any of that. This side you can kind of see, you're going to have to see because you're going to have to get it out of there. So here we are. So you get all this steering stuff in the way they don't tell you about. So there's that. So you have to think about where your cable is going to come up and on the new one, but we're not going to cover that today. Ooh, that bolt, it's supposed to be a bolt right back there, and it's gone. I don't think it's much of an issue. Okay, well, I'm going to cut this bar because if anybody ever wants to use it again, they can weld it back together. It'll be stronger than it was, right? Yeah, it's a dangerous place to be cutting. Let's, I really can't do all. I'm going to have to just do this and just, I think it may be better to use a Dremel here than a big die grinder and bouncing around and hitting stuff. Yeah, I think the Dremel's the answer here. I know I was talking about cutting, but can you see the end of the bar there with the split pin in it and all that? So you're not going to get that bar out until you get that split pin out. And there's a drain for, I guess, the cowling. So let's see if I can get that pin out of there. I got that glued up there pretty good. I think I might can get to it. When they painted this thing red, they meant it, didn't they? It was originally purple. It was one of the rare purple Spitfires. But somebody got red on the mine there. All right. Well, it took a little doing, but I'm about to get this thing. All right, well, there's that. And then there are these. Okay, that was big right there. Getting that stuff off. Now all I gotta do is get out of here. So there you go. Wow, hard. I'm gonna leave that just like that right now. I can glue that back up there. Let's not forget my little vicey grippies here. Wow, whew, hot. Okay, got the Dremel ready to go. I'm gonna put you down for a second and get my speed going. I got my ear and eye stuff going. Let's turn this thing up some. Okay. Well, hate to do it, but I'm gonna have to do it. So here we go. We're gonna make some sparks. Okay, I need both hands. Okay, it wasn't like cutting through England's finest Sheffield steel or anything, but I think I got it, and I don't think I did any collateral damage. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Okay, feel bad about that, but you can just, if you have to, you can just put a little steel collar on it. If So we'll put it back in. So let's see if we can get this out of here. And then we're pretty much at the end of this video. Okay. It's a little bit warm to the touch. There you go. There's one side. All right. Well, that cleans it up back there. And let's get that off the end, the exhaust manifold. That's something to think about. Having wires near an exhaust manifold is not generally your best answer. Couldn't find another circuit breaker. See, I got CB written on my thumbnail. That's not ready when you are CB. That means to remind me to order some circuit breakers. Some real circuit breakers. Okay, so that's good and tight. Let's see if we can get that gas pedal out of there now. And, oh boy, what a nice breeze. Okay, so here we are here. Yeah, that makes you feel better just kind of anyway. Okay, let's see, bring the lights, and then we're gonna, once I get this out, I'm going back in. I can't stay down here anymore. Okay, I gotta take that gauge out. Make a note to take that gauge out, because that's done its work. Okay, so hopefully, you know what, I don't think that's gonna work. I may have to cut it again. I sure don't want to cut it inside the car. Let's all get up and dance to us. That was say it. All right, let's go. See. Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna have to just cut it again to get it all the way out of there. That shouldn't be too bad. Oh, we can just cut it right here. Okay. Well, that just makes you feel just miserable, doesn't it? Having to cut wires like that. Let's go get some pull ties and pull that up and then cut it right here. Is all I can think to do. Give you an overview where we are. Okay. Cut number 2. Let's see if I can get this out of here and not burn my hands or anything. Oh, no, 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 no. I need you to break off. Come here, you. Where did I cut it? Well, it might take me a minute to get it out of here. I'll get them. Hang on a minute. Let's just stick with me because we're about to wrap this thing up anyway. Yeah, she came in a long way, didn't she? Okay. All right. It's funny how you worry about things you ought not. So I made the cut right here. So let's see if I can get it to snap. Okay, I've blown up 3 wheels on this, so I don't want to blow up any more, but I guess I'm gonna have to hit that a little bit more. I don't want to. Okay, that was a real pain, and I am ready for some Powerade. Well, there's the other part. Let's just go get the other part and give us the thumbs up and the subscribe button and everything, and we will pull this out now. Okay. All right, you ready? And then there, that's all there is to it. Well, you know what? That was a gas. Okay. Whew. All right, wherever I put that thing. Well, sometimes you gotta do. I would have thought that steel would have been a little bit harder than that. I was thinking that the Dremel wouldn't have been able to cut that. Okay. What do you got there? That was amazing. Amazing little thing there. So there you go. Ugliness. Okay. All right, well, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll tell you what we're going to do before you go here. Let's get ourselves a little prelude of give me an idea here, and then we'll sign off. Okay. All right. I don't know. There's got to be something metal somewhere. Okay, well, that's good enough. Okay, so here's where we're going with this. It looks to me like I'm going to need a block of wood or something to bring this thing way out here. So I got to switch that back around to the other side. So there is cool. So once I switch it to the other side, well, I don't know. I don't know. Well, at least you kind of get to see where we're going to end up here. Once I get it sorted out. Well, that's enough for today. So let's put this where we'll find it, and let's call that a day. It's a day. All right. Thanks for spending some time with me, and we'll figure out something. We got to now. I'm like the pig on the plate. I'm committed. Just to make sure I did it, and I can look at it and see that I did it. Let's put that back up there. That ought to just hold like that. But you get your little red keyed little thing. Just give her a twist. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. Okay. Alright, now you're all safe there. And what a mess. They say it's good to preheat this thing, but I don't know. I don't know what that was about. I wish I could do some other stuff here. Don't want to go up and over with that heater hose because it just looks so ugly. And just get more heat that way. Circuit breakers. I gotta look up circuit breakers. Remember, CB, ready when you are. All right. Let's take Daphne up and do some checking on her. I've done so much to her. I just want to look at her. Why don't you come along? Just a little bonus footage here. Boy, that brightened up good. The old adapted streamline. All the old spiders. Let's get away from them. What is that? I think I know what that is. I think that came off the bed. It's one piece of bed hardware, huh? Well, it's got to go somewhere. Okay, let's start at the back. Shocks look good. Those bolts look good. I'm a little nervy about them. Got one drop of oil right there. Nothing down there. Somebody going by making noise. I don't know. Guess I'll put them on a little uneven. But the U-bolts look good. Alright, so there's no brake fluid there at that fitting I did. It's not drippy there. Okay. The exhaust system looks good. The emergency brake system looks as good as it ever did. And it probably don't work worth a dang. It's pretty messy, isn't it? But she works. So the one thing I just sort of woke up. There's one of Sean's rocks there. Okay. Wanted to look under here. Got that. I got my traditional rear main leak. It's coming from somewhere high. I don't know. That starter's got oil on it, so I don't know. It ain't too bad. Alright, rust treatment. So let's look at the underneath of these kingpins. That's holding up good. Always got to be a little fearful of those. They won't come all the way out, but they don't have to. Let's take a look over here. So if ever you do these kingpins, make sure you do whatever you can. Make sure that core plug stays in there. Alright, still got a drop of oil coming off that bolt right there. Maybe that goes through and leaks out, I don't know. So it looks like I've stopped my fan from making noise. It's away from the shroud nicely. Alright. No leaks up here. There's those nice clean bolts where I put that light bar on. Boy, is that ever nice, that light bar. All right, that shock's in place. One time I came here in that shock, not this shock, but the shock that was in, but there before this one, was broken in half. And I pulled it down, it leaked oil everywhere. What do you know? All right, so let's just take a look. A little drop of oil on the bottom of the oil filter. There's a little wetness right there. The edge of wetness. Tell you what, I'm just not going to worry about it anymore. Mainly, I just want to make sure those kingpin caps were in place. And everything else looked good. Alright. Kind of happy I put them boots on the... Well, that one there ain't doing you much good, is it? Let's reach up there and fix that. Let's see what I'm talking about. Oh, let me change hands here. That boot right here is not made for walking. It's not going over the plug wire like it should. That's a little better. If you're gonna put the boots on it, daggum ya. Let's go this way. Well, I don't know what's holding it. There's nothing that should be holding it. I think I hear thunder out there. What in the world are you doing to me, girl? Alright, pretty soon the spark plugs. If you go to all that trouble. Alright, well that's better. At least it's on the insulation part. It doesn't look like it's causing any damage anyway. So yeah, there's where I negated the mechanical fuel pump. No oil on this side. No oil up front. No water coming out of the water pump extension things. Coolerator's doing good. Alright, see, it should be really down that far. That's okay. Down a little bit further. Well, if it's not going to leak any more oil than that, I'm going to call that a win. Alright. And my gas tank's looking good. My CJ Pony, the rubber's staying in place. Kinda. Yeah, well, I'm going to call that a win. I can see it split there enough. And a lot of people don't even bother putting the rubber there. So let's take a look. All those bolts are good there. You don't want your gas tank falling out. So those are locked into place. Those are locked into place. Yep. And, okay. All right. Let's go back here. Ugh. All right. See what those look like. Those aren't rubbed through or nothing. All right. Yeah, I see that rusty bolt right there. I think that's what we found when we started here. One of those just fell out. Boy, that makes you feel kind of bad if you're on a motorcycle or something, hit something like that. All right. Well, I gotta give it a definite A. And I need to bring the torch over here, boy, that's for sure. All right. Well, let's go back in. Okay. Well, that'll end it. Just a little something fun, something a little different. All right. All right. Let's take a look. And I had to cut that hole in there to get to the service port on the air conditioner. Golly, you look at some of these things on YouTube and it is bad. So let's get this out of here. They might as well stick with me. I don't know about you, but when it comes to YouTube videos, sometimes at night I like them to be a little longer. Okay, let's just walk around over here while she's up in the air. Yeah, the old 100. Excuse me. All right. My body mount looks okay there. Everything looks okay under here. I got it wrapped with a little tape. All right. You just got to do what you got to do. This is a little wonky here, but no kidding, huh? Okay. Well, she's good enough to go to town. That's all I care about. All right. Bye-bye. Thanks again. Be sure and subscribe. We'll wait for it to... Let's see. This is late July. So we got to kind of wait. Let's see. We got to wait 3 months for it to get decent enough for me to spend more than a couple hours down here without freaking out. Okay. Oh, I got to turn the water off at the house. Okay. Bye-bye. Let's see how the Frog Hotel is doing. Oh, I heard a frog. I see a couple of little heads popping up there. I'm waiting on it to rain to fill it up, but it's holding pretty good. See, the driveway's not... Oh, there's a bunch of them. Look at all those frogs. Boink. Oop. Oop. See the ripple effect. Once a ripple starts on a pond, it goes forever. Okay, well, that's doing pretty good. Well, maybe not, I don't know. I might put some water in that here in a minute. Huh. Oh well, looks good at night.